Hey guys, it's Pearl from Pearl Signorile channel, and today we are covering a really serious topic, what to consider before going in for plastic surgery, i.e. your tummy tuck. And I think this is something I should have actually done before I actually started, because I feel like it's things that I didn't really consider. So I'm hoping this is going to help you out. And of course, if you do, I would like you to go ahead and like, or even maybe send a comment. I'd also love to hear from other ladies what their experience was about. So this will be that kind of video today. All right, if you've had a tummy tuck, go ahead and leave a comment and just say I did and how long ago, and just tell us what your journey was like. We would love to, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. There are so many ladies that are considering this, and that you can actually help them to figure out if this is the right decision for them. All right, let's talk about what is a tummy tuck. It is a surgical procedure, guys. It will help you to remove excess skin now and fat. Sometimes we are overweight, and of course we lose a tremendous amount of weight, and then you have all this loose skin that no diet and exercise is going to help you remove. Just like myself, I had a couple of pregnancies, and of course as I lost my weight and I started looking good, I just couldn't get rid of the belly pooch, and I couldn't get rid of the excess skin around my belly. And so the next thing for me was the plastic surgery. So the first thing to consider is the cost. Now, the cost of plastic surgery is really expensive. And a lot of times, most countries don't cover plastic surgery in their medical insurance, or of course in South Africa we call it medical aid. So they are not going to pay for any procedure unless, of course, it is a accident or something like that, and then they'll cover the plastic surgery to fix whatever the problem is. So go ahead and start saving money, because guys, in South Africa it's just over 100,000, and of course I had liposuction with mine, so it was a little bit more. And in the US I think it's just something between $10,000. And of course, the ladies from the US, if you're watching, go ahead and let us know. And I have no idea what it costs in Europe, so if there are ladies watching, go ahead and let other ladies know what the cost is going to be down in the comments below. So take note, very expensive, no medical aid. You can take a loan, but that's going to put you into debt. And do you want to still have a debt after you have the procedure? And sometimes you never know, you might have to have a second or third procedure to fix what might be wrong, or maybe it didn't work out the way you wanted it to, so it's an additional cost. So be prepared for the costs involved in plastic surgery. So the next thing to consider is your weight. Now you ask me, Pearl, what's the right weight before I have to have my tummy tuck or my procedure? There isn't a correct one, but what doctors and surgeons will recommend is that you as close to the healthy BMI. Now BMI is your body mass index, and this just lets us know how healthy our bodies are. So doctors will expect us to be as close to that as possible. And for us women, in my studies, I understand that it's between 21 and 26. So anything between that BMI is your healthy BMI situation. Also will help with the healing and less risks and things like that involved. So the other question you may ask is, will I lose weight? Go ahead and check out my video down below. I'll leave it in the link of can I lose weight. But to answer that question, I did not lose any weight. I did lose inches though. So go ahead, check out that video. You'll see what happened. I even measured it and everything to show you what it's about. So I'll let you know that you will not lose weight, but what you will lose is all your excess skin. And of course, if you had stretch marks, it will remove those stretch marks. Now let's talk about these stretch marks, because I'm just going to stand up a little bit for you. We can have stretch marks from here to the pubis, and the only stretch marks that will be removed are the ones from the belly button and below. Anything from above won't obviously be removed during the procedure. We're going to be talking about types of tummy tucks. Now, with us having all different kinds of figures and bodies and things like that, there are two types of tummy tucks. The first one is the mini tummy tuck. Now, obviously, this one is really designed for the very, very leaner ladies, where the issue is only just on the lower section of the belly, and there is no problems at the top of the tummy at all. So there's no main reason to pull the skin all the way from the bottom to the top. It's just to fix the skin at the lower. So there isn't any muscle repairs or anything like that. It's just a simple mini tummy tuck, and I'll show you a picture of that now. So this is off my screen. You can see at the top of her abdomen there is not much skin or loose skin. It's just really on the lower tummy where there's an issue, and of course they will just then remove that little bit of skin. You can see her muscles are very much intact, so everything looks pretty good. The second tummy tuck is the full tummy tuck. Now this is designed more for the ladies who have had a lot of weight loss with a lot of excess skin, both at the top of the tummy, at the bottom. Normally you'll find when we get fat or we've put on weight, the fat at the top sort of pulls down over the belly button and also hanging towards the bottom, almost sitting in your lap kind of thing, which was what I had. And of course then you will need the full tummy tuck. Now the full tummy tuck is a cut all the way from hip to hip, so they literally cut you all the way from the one hip bone to the other, and they pull the skin down, they remove the belly button and put it up. I'll show you a video of that just now of what they do, and I'll also leave it in the link below of a live surgery if you have sort of the guts to watch it. Go ahead and watch it, because this is exactly what they do. During the full tummy tuck, there's another thing that you could have done if you have a hernia, or if you have had diastasis recti, where this is where the muscles while you're pregnant have actually expanded so much that with as much exercise it doesn't contract, so which means you have to have application where they actually stitch the muscles back. You will require the full tummy tuck in this regard. So they will then lift the skin, put the muscles back together, and then pull the skin down, replace the belly button where it is. So like I said, I'll place a video, a link in the bottom, that you can go ahead and check the full surgery out of what it's going to look like. So that is the two types. You have a mini one and a full one, and you and your surgeon have to decide what is going to be the best surgery for you. So go ahead and watch the video. So the next thing to consider is, of course, your compression garment. So you've had your surgery, you know what type of surgery you want, and now you have to consider purchasing a compression garment. Now in South Africa, our surgeons don't really offer, they tell us we need to get them ourselves. So being who I am, I've done quite a bit of research and found some really good ones on Amazon, which they obviously ship most countries around the world. I'll put the link below where you can actually purchase. So there's two types, or basically three types. So you get the compression belt, which I'll put the picture here, and you get a faja, which is good if you've had liposuction in the thighs, or if you've had lipo 360 with your tummy tuck, then a faja will probably be a better fit for you. Or you can just get a plain little belt. And the other thing that you can get is a compression vest. Now these are normally used after you've had a baby and things like that, or Spanx. You know, you could use Spanx as well. But for me, I feel like the tighter the garment, or the more firmer the garment fits, the better the result. If you check my 3-week video, I'll put a link below as well, you'll be able to see how beautiful. I'll also put that link up here, and you'll see how beautiful my shape is wearing my compression garment for 3 weeks straight. Trust and believe, it is the most uncomfortable thing you will ever need to use, but I assure you, go ahead and use that compression garment. Let's talk about drains. Now, some surgeons do drainless, and of course some don't. I had a drain attached, and I was under the impression I was going to have it taken out a day or two after my surgery, but I was quite surprised to find out that I had the drain for almost 2 weeks, because I was still getting fluid collection within the incision. And the other thing that you really need to be aware of are the risks involved. There are a lot of risks. I'll put some very scary pics up just now and show you where the skin dies, and it's quite scary if your skin dies when you're in surgery, because to have that fixed again, and what the stomach will look like when that's done. You also have something called a seroma, which is kind of a very scary thing. You have people having fluid pockets that explode and things like that. So do be aware that there are risks. Make sure that you do your research. Make sure that you understand the risks that are involved in plastic surgery. And lastly, as we come to a close on these very important tips, the pros outweigh the con for me personally, even though if I have a real look at my scar, I'll show you what it looks like again towards the end. But if I have to look at the way my body looks in my clothing, etc., etc., I have to say that it was worth it. Would I do it again? 2 thumbs up, absolutely. So I hope that you guys found the information interesting, because it's really something to sit and consider with a real heart, with a real mind of understanding of what's going on. So if you like the content that I've put out, please go ahead and give me a like, comment, let me know what your thoughts are, and of course subscribe to my channel for more information like this. Cheers.